welcome back to my kitchen. I am the messy mom in the kitchen, and today we are going to be making Kabocha squash parfaits. Be sure to subscribe so that if you need to save this or come back, you'll know where to find it, and you get to see so many more exciting recipes. One of the things that I like to do is add tidbits that are a little helpful. I like to cook minimizing the mess and utensils I'm using, and I like to sprinkle in a little bit of health when possible. So this is a Kabocha squash. Some people, I think, pronounce it kabocha. You can let me know if you think it has a ch sound or a k sound in the comments below. You're gonna bake this to start off just as it is. You'll give it a good wash. I like to take my half sheet pan, put either parchment paper or silicone mat. That helps it not stick. Also makes for an easier cleanup. You're gonna set your oven to 400 degrees. Then you're just gonna pop it in for about an hour. An hour later, you're gonna take it out, let it cool. And it's gonna look just like this. This one I actually prepared yesterday, so it's nice and cool. Perfect temperature to work with. So I'm gonna take my cutting board. I actually often like to do this over the sink because I have a garbage disposal and then I can put the seeds right in there. But so that I can show you, I have sharpened my knife and then I slice through it almost like butter. Now this is what it looks like inside. You can take the seeds out and save them, clean them up, roast them. I don't. I often, as I said, just put them in my garbage disposal because I try to minimize the amount of food waste that goes into my garbage can, because otherwise I'm basically just feeding the squirrels and the animals outside. So my neighborhood actually does have a food waste program that I have been looking into doing as well, because, you know, I want the world to be around and want the planet to be as healthy as possible as my kids get older. So you can try to scoop out the, I know sometimes it's called the hair, along with the seeds in there. Of course, I washed my hands before I started because this dish, in addition to making it delicious for myself, I am making it for my book club for tonight. So I'm gonna take out a Pyrex container and I am going to scoop. Actually, usually I scoop it out because it's still kind of hot, but you have two options. You could just peel off the skin, because once it has been heated and then cooled, it comes right off. So you can peel it, or if you'd like, you can scoop it. I'm gonna take another spoon and push it off. Now, especially as it cools, sometimes it gets a little hard again. So you can do one of two things. You can just add water to it, or you can put it in your microwave to soften it up a little bit. You don't want to get it super, super hot if you're going to be making a dish like the parfait that I'm making, but you might want it a little smoother and creamier. So I'm going to scoop and scoop. So now that I've finished mashing, I heated it up a little, I added some more water. It's got a much smoother texture. Now I haven't added anything, no butter, no cream, nothing. It's just Kabocha squash. And here's one of the reasons I like Kabocha. It has a lower glycemic index. So It still has lots of vitamins and lots of nutrients for you, but it's not on its own going to give you that sugar high and sugar rush, elevating your blood sugar and then suddenly dropping. It's going to be more stable. So there's so many different things you can do with this. I like often for lunch to have some non-dairy Greek style yogurt with it, but for book club tonight, I was going to bring a dessert. So I bought these adorable little cups. So what I'm gonna do now is, because these are small, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to layer it the way that I would when I make the parfait, for myself. So I'm gonna take some. I love entertaining and I like making things for people. Well, maybe we will be able to. So we put that in there. We're gonna do a few of them. Put some squash in there. It has such a nice fall color. I love when these are in season. A friend of mine had said that they were out of season and I was so sad. And then all of a sudden I saw some and I was so excited. I also make these in different savory ways as well. I like to make it almost like a shepherd's pie sometimes too. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to subscribe so that you get to see all of the fun recipes that I do. It's free, no obligation, you don't have to pay anything. You can share it with a friend who likes to entertain, a friend who likes healthy spins on eating. Because two things I really love are foods that make me feel good and foods that are full of flavor. Because we have palates and taste buds for a reason, so we want them to be satisfied while we are eating foods that give us energy and are filling. So I think we are going to be able to make parfaits with these, which is very exciting. I was worried that these cups might be a little small, but got my first layer. Some of it is a little, some of these didn't get mashed as well, so I actually am going to take them out and put some of the creamier stuff in. That way I can add some water later to make the rest of it creamier. Okay, so now, as I've said, I have a dairy allergy. You can use regular Cool Whip, you can use Greek yogurt. I have this dairy-free coconut-based whip. So I'm gonna take a teaspoon, put some in here. I'm gonna use 2 spoons again. If I was just making this for myself, I might use my finger, but this is for other people who are gonna be eating it, so I want to be sure that I've washed my hands several times, but I want to make sure that I am, preserving cleanliness and stuff. So I'm actually not going to do too many layers because I think I'll just make a bunch of different ones. I think I have about 20 of them to take tonight. That one can use a little more. What's great about this is I'm putting about 1 tablespoon in, and 1 tablespoon only has 1 gram of sugar. So it's going to have that nice little bit of sweetness without being overload on sugar. We already know that the squash has a lower glycemic index, so these are going to be great. And just to make them a little more festive and decorative, what I am also going to do is take a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Now, here's the trick with cinnamon. If you sprinkle it, you don't always have control. But if you tilt and you tap gently, all right, still not the greatest control, but if you just tap, you can get a nice sprinkle. And there was a store that I got these in along with these adorable tiny little spoons. So I am going to put 1 little spoon in each one, and it is ready to go to book club tonight. So please make sure that you subscribe, because as I said, it is free. You never want to miss a new food episode. Drop me a comment below what you like to use with your parfait. You can also top it with nuts or nut crumbles. Let me know if you make it and how it comes out. And I look forward to seeing you next time.